Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the latest baseball drama. We start with Bichette, who is openly discussing his slow start and his desire to be the player that the New York Mets signed. We break down exactly what he is saying about adjusting to a new organization and the pressure he is under right now. Next up, we analyze what's truly going on with Bichette. We look at the data showing his poor performance, the pressure of his massive contract, and whether this cold start is just bad luck or something deeper. Don't miss this analysis. Stay tuned for more breaking news. New York shortstop Bichette is grappling with a difficult start to his 3-year, $126 million contract with the New York Mets, struggling with performance metrics and the challenges of a mid-season move. Despite the Mets' recent resurgence, including a 7-6 victory over the Yankees, Bichette's offensive output remains below expectations. He has failed to record an extra base hit in May and is batting .210 with a .531 OPS, marking the 5th worst mark in the league. Since April 28, he has recorded 0 extra base hits in 61 at-bats. This performance contrasts sharply with his previous season, where he recorded 63 extra base hits and starred in the World Series. Bichette cited a variety of unforeseen difficulties in adjusting to the new environment, including new teammates, organization, staff, and fan base. He admitted, "There are a lot of things I didn't anticipate, just dealing with everything." His struggles are compounded by the team's roster turnover, missing key players such as Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, Jorge Polanco, Luis Robert Jr., and Francisco Alvarez. Bichette is also navigating a positional change, having moved to second base, which added to the disruption after returning to shortstop following an injury to Lindor's replacement. Statistical analysis highlights significant performance drops. His expected batting average dropped from .277 to an actual .210, the 5th largest drop in the league among players with at least 150 plate appearances. Furthermore, his expected slugging percentage fell from .398 to an actual .271. Additionally, he led the majors with 14 good fielding plays against him, indicating a pattern of misfortune. Bichette acknowledged the impact of this slump, stating, "I think recently more so," though he maintained a perspective that luck plays a role. He noted that he is not hitting the ball as hard as last season, with StatCast metrics suggesting a flatter attack angle and a high ground ball rate, indicating he is not consistently getting the ball in the air. The financial commitment and the contract's opt-out provision are also reportedly weighing on him. While he initially embraced the challenge of playing in New York, he has been contemplating the pressure of living up to the expectations associated with the massive contract. Bichette admitted, "Just wanting to be the player that the Mets signed is something that I think about a lot." Experts suggest that players moving to high-profile teams on large contracts often face a statistical tax in the initial months. Bichette's situation exemplifies this dynamic, as the pressure to justify the investment, coupled with roster instability, creates immense mental strain. Despite the challenges, Bichette remains a proven hitter, though the current confluence of factors is proving difficult to manage. The Washington Nationals are set to face the New York Mets in a matchup this Monday at 6:45 p.m. ET at Nationals Park. The game promises to feature offensive action, as Jacob Young continues his hot streak with a 2-game home run streak. For the Mets, Christian Scott will be taking the starting role, coming into the game with a 0-0 record and a 3.45 ERA. The Nationals will look to Jake Irvin as their expected starter, despite a recent record of 1.4 and a 5.91 ERA. The Nationals enter the contest with a 23-24 record, placing them third in the NL East, while the Mets hold a 20-26 record, ranking them fifth in the NL East. For fans looking to watch the game, the article directs readers to a comprehensive guide detailing TV channel and streaming options for the matchup. The report also provides context on the current player health status, listing several players on the 10-day and 15-day injured list, as well as those on the 60-day injured list, offering an update on team availability. This analysis provides a snapshot of the team's current standings and key player statuses leading into the contest. Noi Dung Kai tight. The New York Mets have shown flashes of offensive life during their recent homestand, sparking renewed optimism despite earlier struggles. Entering the series against Detroit, the team ranked second worst in MLB in batting average, .222, and hits, 295, and worst in RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. However, the tide began to turn over the last few days, culminating in a decisive 5-1 homestand that ended with a walk-off victory over the New York Yankees on Sunday. /N, the pivotal moment came in the bottom of the ninth when Tyrone Taylor delivered a game-tying 3-run home run down the left field line, sending the contest to extra innings. Following a scoreless top of the 10th inning by Devin Williams, Carson Benj secured his second walk-off of the week to seal the series win. /N throughout the 6-game homestand, the Mets demonstrated significant improvement, tying for the fourth most hits with 54, driving in the fifth most runs with 34, achieving the seventh best batting average in MLB at .260, and posting seventh best OBP, .345. 12th best SLG, .399, and 10th best OPS, 744. /N this performance marked a significant psychological shift as the Mets broke consecutive losing streaks, having lost 91 games when trailing after 8 innings and 131 games when trailing by 3 runs or more in the 9th inning or later. /N for the season, the Mets are now averaging 3.83 runs per game, placing them among the top 3 teams in the league. During this specific homestand, they scored 6.16 runs per game, supported by contributions from Benj and A.J. Ewing, who helped bolster Juan Soto and a resurgent Mark Vientos. NN manager Carlos Mendoza acknowledged the turnaround, stating, "It was just good to see the guys fight back and stay in the fight. It's just a good feeling right now. We know we've got to start playing better, period. It's been rough, but that's in the past. Now all we can control is every game, every series, The focus remains on maintaining this offensive level if the team is to regain momentum in the National League playoff race." The New York Mets are facing significant scrutiny regarding the performance of star player Bo Bichette, whose current statistics are falling far short of expectations. After a challenging start to the season, the player has been under intense observation as the team navigates its off-season overhaul. Bichette's initial 46 games of the 2026 season have highlighted a stark contrast between his past elite performance and his current output. Following a brutal Subway Series where he recorded only 1 hit in 12 at-bats and contributed to a run scored by the Yankees, Bichette managed a single in the 9th inning of a 7-6 comeback victory, showing flashes of his capability. However, overall, his performance metrics are concerning. He is currently hitting .210 with a .262 batting average and a .269 on-base percentage, maintaining a 54 WRC+. A major concern is his performance in high-leverage situations. His career rate of success with runners in scoring position, RISB, is marred by an abysmal .190 average in those scenarios, and he has recorded only 4 RBIs in his last 15 games. Analytical critiques point to mechanical issues. Veteran observer Keith Hernandez noted that Bichette's bat angle is under 45 degrees, and he has been consistently under everything, leading to him fouling off pitches he should hit. This contrasts sharply with his career average of .813 against fastballs, where he currently struggles significantly, posting the third lowest OPS among qualified hitters in MLB against that pitch type. Despite these struggles, Bichette has remained relatively healthy, avoiding any missed games, which is a positive point given his history of lower body injuries. However, his overall stats resemble his injury-plagued 2024 season rather than his peak years. The team's management, including President of Baseball Operations David Stearns, has touted Bichette's signing as a move to bring an intense competitor to the lineup, emphasizing his competitive nature. Bichette's signing was part of the Mets' offseason strategy to bolster the roster following the loss of homegrown talent, securing him at the last moment before division rivals could. While his $42 million salary reflects a significant raise from his previous contract, Bichette himself acknowledged the pressure of the situation, stating he felt compelled to perform for the team and fans. Bichette is not the first major player to experience a slow start in New York, with previous stars like Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor also facing initial struggles. The challenge for Bichette now appears to be bridging the gap between his mental fortitude and his physical execution. With the Mets showing positive momentum in May, including a 10-5 record and winning 4 of their last 5 series, the team and fans are now keenly awaiting whether Bichette can find the consistent success needed to break through and realize his potential.